Look, the NFL seems upside down in a lot of ways right now, and it's kind of a cool time. You can't figure some teams out. Others have bottomed out, and you can forget them. But it's got an interesting feel to it the rest of the way. Tampa Bay, of all people, may be the best team in the NFC because the Eagles are disconnected and wobbly is the best term I would get, but maybe not close to being dead. And we can't figure out exactly why the Eagles are the way they are. Buffalo may not be the best team in the AFC, and the team left for dead again may be the best team in the AFC, and that's the Chiefs. So it's all kind of a perfect mess. And we got a long way to go, which makes it extra cool. The race for MVP is not a mess. The race for MVP is really, really clear. Okay? It's a two-man race. Now, a lot of people would say through the weekend it's a one-man race, but then you stopped and watched Monday Night Football, and it hits you right in the face. The race for MVP is a two-man race. I don't even think there's a third. I don't think there's a fourth. I don't think there's a fifth. If you want to offer it up, go ahead. Two guys, to me, and there's a connection here, two guys have separated themselves, and you know them well. You should know them well. The NFL MVP race, a two-man race right now from this day forward, and it's extra cool, has an Austin feel to it. Yeah. I mean, imagine this down the stretch, and I don't think anyone else is on the radar, but imagine this MVP race down the stretch is all about Austin. That's Baker Mayfield of the Bucs and Bijan Robinson of the sneaky good and dangerous Atlanta Falcons. Those are your clubhouse leaders for MVP, and they're lapping the field, in my opinion. They both keep doing ridiculous things, and they carry their teams. Bijan Robinson and Baker Mayfield, right, separating themselves, I think, in the MVP race. They aren't just putting up ridiculously good numbers, because they are, no doubt about it. The numbers are crazy so far. But every week, if you just notice them, every week they put up a highlight reel play or two. So here we go down, a little bit of trivia for you. Everybody can appreciate it. You don't have to be a kid of the 80s to fully appreciate where this is about to go. Bijan Robinson's Monday night performance against the Bills. But Jeff, there could be some recency bias here. Yeah, maybe. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me exactly what we're missing in this conversation, but I feel pretty good about it. So Bijan Robinson's Monday night performance against the Bills should be remembered as one of the best Monday Night Football performances by a running back as long as Monday Night Football has been in your life. I'm not saying it's the best because the other two have kind of an Austin feel too, but it's one of the best performances by a running back, in my opinion, in Monday Night Football history. He had 238 yards. Now remember, this is also a time, some context here. The other names I'm going to drop, the other people I'm going to mention, and with highlights and all that good stuff. But if you've grown up with Monday Night Football, and so remember, running back used to be the most important. It used to be the high-profile position. It used to be the sexiest position. It was the engine that made a team. That's not the case anymore. So that's what makes Bijan Robinson's performance that much more spectacular, I think. He had 238 yards rushing. Those are crazy numbers. 238 yards total, 180 yards rushing. These are crazy numbers for a running back. You don't see that stuff anymore. He also caught 6 passes. Okay? On the year, Bijan Robinson, who I am saying is, along with Baker Mayfield, in a neck-and-neck race for MVP. Do I think the league, do I think the voters would give the MVP to a running back? I don't, but I don't care. For the sake of this conversation, these two guys are having amazing seasons. On the year, this is what's crazy, and I believe that Barry Sanders holds the all-time per-carry record. And I want to say it was like 5.6 or 5.8. Right now, Bijan Robinson is averaging an insane 6 yards a carry. Okay, that number is hard to comprehend in a world where running back doesn't matter that much. By the way, through 5 games, he has 24 catches too. This is from the USA Today. Today. Best player in football. Bijan Robinson won't say it, but plenty of people will. Career high, 230 yards rushing from scrimmage. He had a long run of 81 yards. He's the best player in football, says his coach, Raheem Morris. I've been saying it multiple times. I can't say it enough. This is after, I'm telling you, and we can debate this, and I'm fine with debating it, but that is one of the best Monday night performances ever by a running back. It's not the best, but it's up there. So I'm putting his Monday night show, Bijan Robinson's Monday night show, with the 2 other greatest. We'll just do a list of 3 because I do think they separate themselves. The 2 other greatest Monday night performances of all time. Now, if you want to go ahead and guess, go ahead. Start it. Because it's kind of a fun exercise. Go. There's an O.J. Simpson. I know it always feels weird to say it, but there was an O.J. Simpson game I vaguely remember where he was lights out, but I don't know enough about the numbers. And plus, it's O.J. Simpson and he cut off people's heads. So, but start thinking. The 2 most impressive, now 3 with Bijan Robinson, the 2 other most impressive performances by running backs in Monday Night Football history. And these were iconic games with iconic plays. This is why I think Bijan Robinson's run last night is an iconic run. This is one of the people are going to remember for generations. Hey, go ahead and start guessing. You want a category? Does that make it better for you? The category is best Monday night performance by a running back. Go. Okay. Well, number 1, and it's not debatable. It's not. One of the most iconic plays in certainly Monday Night Football history by one of the most iconic players in history. Number 1 is Earl Campbell's 199 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Miami Dolphins in the Astrodome. And I believe that would have been his rookie season. It is one of the most famous plays on Monday Night Football. Period. I mean, the world already knew, the football world knew about Earl Campbell just because of his career in college. But that run, that iconic run in that iconic stadium on that broadcast, it just separated him from the pack. Now, what's funny about the 3 performances I'm going to talk about, what I think is really cool about all 3 of them, okay, best performances by a running back of all time on Monday Night Football, they all had the exact same play call. It looks the exact same. It's the same play design, whether it's Earl Campbell, fill in the blank number 2, or Bijan Robinson. It's a real simple, old school, they used to call it the sweep, give it to the best guy and let everybody chase him kind of play. All 3 of the plays, because I've gone back and watched them, are the exact same. Okay, here goes. This is Earl Campbell at about, what was he, his rookie season or thereabout, probably about 230, 235. There they go, the Oilers with the super cool uniform, terrible field, smoky nights, super cool Monday Night Football broadcast, and he takes it 81 yards to the house.
Both teams on offense. Just a great game.
On 2nd and 8, Campbell just outruns everyone to the right, and look out.
He's gone.
He may take it all the way. Puts his head down. 80-yard touchdown. This is over. What a show this man has put on tonight.
All right.
Ran around the block of Wilson, turned on that speed, went down the sidelines.
Yeah, that's at about 230, 235, pretty much leaving everybody that had an angle on him in the dust, cruising down the sidelines, and one of the coolest plays. And you know what else is cool? It's when he gets to the end zone. You remember that move? He drops the ball, and he acts as if he'll never make it back to the sidelines, right? Just saunters slowly back over. The place went nuts. All right, that's number 1. Best performance by a running back on Monday Night Football. It's, most of the night he had been, of course, running over guys and crashing into them and gaining 6, 7, 8 yards like only he could do, the greatest power back of all time. But then he just took that pitch and just took it around the corner. And guys had an angle. All right, there's that. The second greatest performance, and yes, I'm putting Bijan Robinson on this list. If you didn't see the game, then you could just sit there and scroll the highlights because it's legendary stuff. The second greatest performance by a running back, not debatable. Not debatable at all. That's Bo Jackson's 221 yards on 18 carries. They're playing the Seahawks in the Kingdome. Okay, this is the play, one of the most iconic plays in football history where, and I've told you before, I played against him a couple of times. I've never, ever, ever seen anyone. I don't believe there's ever been a player as physically gifted, as awesome as Bo Jackson. Had he stayed healthy, I think he would have been the greatest running back of all time. But this is in about 1987, 88-ish, something like that. The Seahawks at the time had a really good defense. They're playing at the Kingdome. It's Monday night. On the night, he had 221 yards. Quick, name the quarterback. Not Jim Plunkett. I believe it was Mark Wilson. Skinny Mark Wilson. Remember, he had the Giants, the longest neck of all time. So Bo Jackson, just like the Earl Campbell play, just like the Bijan Robinson play, just takes a simple handoff or pitch and just sort of turns to go around in and then makes 9 guys look like they're standing still. 4 Seattle, at least, I think it may have been 5 Seattle players had an angle, and he left them 20 yards behind. The best part is, remember how this play finished up? Pay attention to the line. I believe this is Dan Dierdorf and Al Michaels on the call. And Dan Dierdorf has a really funny line at the end of this play.
3rd down and 6 at the 9. And Bo Jackson to the 20 and out in front. And only one man to beat and easily can't run him down. He had the angle, but there goes Bo. And nobody catches Bo. Touchdown.
He may not stop till Tacoma. He's gone.
Portland.
He just went by Spokane.
And there go the Raiders into final. What a scene.
Come on back, guys.
Oh, he was flying.
3rd and 6. You'll see Dean Miraldi, the center, pull out of there. Steve Wright, the right tackle. But, I mean, it's over right there. Kenny easily has the angle. And it's like little kids chasing a grown man.
It's the longest run in race.
It is. So remember, he just, it's cool. See, these guys are cool. There's no celebration, man. All right? That's the cool part about them. That's what's cool about Bijan Robinson. There's no celebration. But he runs through the end zone, leaves guys, they all had an angle on him, and they had no idea that he was going to blow by him. And he runs up the tunnel, and he goes way up there. And so the team is, they watch this guy put on this freakish display, so they just all go running up the tunnel too. And they were there for a while. All right, I don't know how history is going to think of the Bijan Robinson run, but I'm going to tell you what, if you take out the uniforms and all that stuff, they all look freakishly similar. The Earl Campbell run, the Bo Jackson run, the Bijan Robinson run, they look freakishly similar. It was a 71-yard run against Buffalo. I'm putting it in that class with the others. His overall night belongs among the top 3 of Monday night, in my opinion. And what I love is his end zone celebration, because there is none. He just stopped. It's so funny. It was so much like Earl Campbell, it was uncanny. So it's a 71-yard run. It should be remembered. I think, we can argue this, I guess, but I think it'll be remembered among the great runs in Monday Night Football, and all of a sudden running backs matter again. Here he goes. Except Christopher Cross is apparently doing the lead.
On the defensive side.
Here's Penix, a 1st and 5. Robinson off the right side, breaks free. Bijan Robinson spinning down the sideline, still going. Can they catch him? They cannot. Touchdown, Falcons, 81 yards. Speed and power and moves. Cole Bishop had a chance. Bijan said,
Just watch the interior three, okay? We are going to get a double team up, and then backside once that linebacker climbs up off the motion. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely beautiful. That's the zone run game right there. Really good job by Casey Washington down the field. And then Bijan, the strength and the speed to run away.
I don't know about that. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Looked to me like they pitched it to the dude, and like Bo Jackson made everyone look like kids. Bijan Robinson made everyone look like kids. Earl Campbell made everyone look like kids. It's just they're just so iconic and so similar. And the best part is the celebration was not a celebration. He stopped in the end zone, tosses the ball up in the stands, and walks back. It's a breath of fresh air. Now, the MVP race. I think it's between Bijan Robinson and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has been ridiculous. The Bucs are where they are. Probably right now you'd have to say the best team in the NFC, mostly because of him. He's thrown for almost 1,600 yards. He's completed almost 70% of his passes. He has a quarterback rating of 109, and he's done one interception all year, and that doesn't even mention the fact that the guy's constantly picking up first downs, scrambling. It's the stuff of legends. What I think, though, unfortunately, I hope I'm not the only person starting this discussion, is these two guys just separate themselves in a remarkable year. But the new, and I think lame, you can disagree, unwritten rule in the NFL is the MVP, this is not stated anywhere that I know of. The MVP typically goes to a quarterback, and then you'll give the Offensive Player of the Year award to another position if so be it. And I think that's wrong. And ask yourself this. Among the players that are carrying their teams to wins, okay, generating big numbers in the process, who else would it be? Like, who else jumps off the page? Who jumps off the screen now? That's why I think Bijan Robinson, it was cool that he got to have the night that he did on Monday night, because now everybody else sees exactly what his coach has been saying. And people that cover them have been saying, he's the best player in the league. Now you get to see it. I think that's your MVP race, period. I'm not sure you'd pick one over the other right now. Hey, here's a recommendation backed up by my own experience, a great experience. And that is, I've been a client of DJC Law, and I can tell you this. You're going to get three things with DJC Law. You'll notice it right away. The difference is you will get peace of mind. They will take care of every single detail perfectly, and you will get the result you deserve. If you're injured by the negligence of someone else, fighting with an insurance company for any reason, trust me when I tell you, you will need DJC Law. Dan Christensen and his team of attorneys have a remarkable track record. I've known Dan a long time. He's a military vet. He's board certified in civil trial law, and I've been a client. So you can trust them. You will get the result you deserve. Check out teamjustice.com, and you'll see thousands of 5-star reviews. The bottom line is, if you're in an accident, you need DJC Law. Contact them right away. 512-888-9999.